It was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have
Corrupt
sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
It's an evil thing that is happening in Hanover. It's not a joke. If people think it's a joke, to see somebody die every day in Hanover Park, it's no joke, sir. It's an evil thing that is going on there.
And it's becoming normal for our
you
children
know
and
that
people.
the laughing boys, the Americans, the mongrels and the ghettos is fighting this morning. Their members is running on the field there. But tonight, each and every gang leader is sitting in Grand West and having supper with each other while their members is killing each other on the grounds here.
To all the gangsters out there, my cry to is hang up your guns and stop your nonsense. Stop it because you're hurting us and you don't know what you're doing to parents. You're killing our youth. Stop killing our youth. Please, that's all I'm asking. I would like to come face to face to my son's killers. Oh, I don't know, I put it in God's hands, but what you did to me, I hope you don't do it to another one.
I'm Kashifa Mohammed, chairperson of Sector 2 Hanover Park for the PSEPs. I'm a chairperson of a task team. I lost a 17-year-old son, and both my other two sons were shot.
Hi, I'm Daphne Croy. I've lost a son. I'm from Hanover Park, and I'm with the Women's Forum, and I've also got my own NPO, Youth at Risk, where I work with youth.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Rashida McDavid. I'm working for the task team of SAP Sector 2.
Hi, I'm Sadiqa Valentine. I'm part of the Women's Forum, chairperson of Bloemfontein Neighborhood Watch. I lost no kids, but I do work in my community.
My name is Fozia Williams. I stay at 41 Turpin Walk, and I'm with the Packer community, and I do area watch.
I'm Marian Belinsky. I stay in Hanover Park. I lost a son on December the 16th, and I'm working on a walking bus.
My son Ikaram McDavid was killed on the 24th. There's a coward, they came to him, they asked him for a cigarette, he gave them, sat next to him, and then they pulled the trigger because of money he had, and they wanted his money. And they robbed him, and he said, "You're not going to get my money." And then they shot him, one shot in the stomach, and he died. It was so painful. What must I tell his daughter?
In 2012, they shot my eldest son. He doesn't belong to a gangster. They shot him 13 times, but he's still alive today. In 2017, the 19th of March, on my birthday, they shot my 17-year-old son, and he was still on matric. He's a matriculant. They killed him. And like the 2nd of September, they shot my third son.
I lost my son. The dockets went missing. My son wasn't a gangster. He was a promising young soccer player. And everyone knew it in Hanover Park. Everyone knew I was a team leader in high school. He was from Insalterweg. I mean, I was one of that lucky parents that could send my child away, attend school in Salterweg. I went to Gatvol to take him to soccer fields. He went to a high school. He was a leader in high school, everything academically, everything that child was. And they just took his life like that.
My son was shot the 16th December 2052. And it's still by me. Because every time when I hear shots, it's almost, that's the way I heard it when they shot my son. And it's so sad for me. He passed away, and there wasn't time for me. I didn't mourn yet over him. Because he died, they shot him December, and January, my month, my daughter was diagnosed with cancer. And so I couldn't mourn for him. So I had to be there, I had to be strong for her.
My son, he had a car, so the one leader, Sheikh's son, he drove like that, and him, or my son was in wrong or whatever, but they swear at one another. And then my son stopped, and then he got out, him and his brother. And then, like, you know, he lost it because he was wearing his mother out, so he, like, beat him. So when he came home, his sweat and things was broken and whatever. Now they are the Rajas, they've got the Gudo construction company, so my son worked there for them. So a few of the guys came to him and said, listen here, jy het die leaders gesien geslat, so that's a hit op jou uit. So he came 1 o'clock home, he had a helmet on, he wasn't perfect, but he wasn't a gangster, he was naughty, he was in prison.
No one is perfect.
But when he came out, I couldn't ask for a better child, right? He was drug-free, everything. So he threw his helmet there and he said, Mommy, this is what can happen, but whatever happens, it's going to be, you know, in God's hands. Then the 31st of December, then my daughter came from Victoria and they went to the beach and everything, and then they just came. And my young one, Umar, he was busy vacuuming the car and I was busy in the kitchen. I was making their favorite food, mafrou chops. And I was standing there and, but I don't know. But then the neighbors came running in and said, Fauzi, hulle het nou net jou kind geskiet en jou broer geskiet. And then she drove me to the day hospital, and then they didn't, if only they let you in, you know, I could have, like, maybe,
That's also a problem.
you know,
Yeah.
I could have maybe, you know,
Yes.
at that time while he was
Yes.
lying there, you know, maybe, if you talk about it, you know, it still feels like today because I didn't have closure.
The same gangsters my child was living in, grew up with, they stabbed my child. And that is what hurt so much. It wouldn't have hurt me so much if it was the Americans that stabbed my 17 years old. But the Laughing Boys, the gang, he grew up, my next door neighbor's child who stabbed my child.
You can take somebody's life, you know, you rip them from their family, you rip them from their loved ones. And yet, I took her out. My mommy was still living, she was a cancer patient, and she told me I must, you know, and by doing the patrol and here, I've got stronger, I can deal with the pain.
Yes.
But when you sleep at night, it's like you still
comes a flashback.
see
Yes,
him.
yes.
When they stabbed him, it was like, it's like a dream. For me, it was like a dream. It wasn't like he's dead. For me, it's like I was still going out 8 o'clock in the morning and watch him walk down the street to Crystal High School. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was standing on the corner waiting for him to come home, and nobody come home. Nobody come down the street. Nobody. It's just like he didn't come. The last child come, he didn't come down the street. It's just like people are just don't.
The police knew because my brother was involved with the gang, with the Americans. But everyone said, but that child isn't a gangster. Even my brother got cross. And my brother said, no, man. But my sister's child wasn't a gangster. I'm going to kill them. But lucky for my husband, the husband had eyes. And he went to the gangsters and he said no. Because he was a coach. He was a secretary of Hanover Park Soccer Association. And they actually respected him. And my husband said, you're going to kill other people's children. That is not going to bring my son back.
You see, the problem we have here, it's the police. Because why? It's bribery. This boss gives to that police, that boss gives to that police. Now the guns disappear, the evidence disappear, everything disappears. So when you go do something, you steal in a shop or whatever, you get sentenced. But when you take a life, you get caught with a gun. The investigation officer, the judge says, no, that is not enough. A teeth wasn't in that day, but a teeth is in now, so you can't say so. He walks free. But it's a life that's been taken.
The system is actually failing our mothers. It's failing us.
That's my son's case. He came to me. He was only once by my house. And he came to me. He told me I must go look for witnesses.
My Lord.
I must go look for the witness. So I said, it's not my work, it's your work. And you heard what the people said. Who shot my son? Why don't you go look for the people, for this person? I can't even come out of my gate. If I open my gate, I have to look up and down to see where they're standing before I can come out. Otherwise, they're just shoot down the road.
These gangsters out there in Hanover Park, they're so evil. They don't care about other people's life. They feel no remorse for other people's life. And for losing my one son of 17 years old, he was just my baby. And every day I cry because why? There's memories left from him. He wasn't a gangster. He never ran with a gun to kill somebody else. He never stabbed somebody else. Just that people can take his life like they want to take his life. And his killers is still sitting in jail because I'm protesting in every court case. They appear, I protest, and they never get a bail. And I'm not going to leave them like that because I want justice for my son.
She got closure. She got the people who killed the son,
Yes.
which I knew who it was. Investigation officer did nothing.
I want to ask
I had
them
to
why
go to.
did they kill my son?
I had to go to town
I want to
to
ask
get
them,
this.
why
And a
did they
year
kill my
after
son?
that, I decided to take that investigation officer off because I saw he was working with Miley, the ghettos.
Yeah.
And as soon as he went off, the ballistic wasn't done, nothing was done. And then they put the other one on and all that was done. By God, in 2 weeks' time, the one that shot my son was killed and his body was found in Mofelene's bush.
This shooting it's working so on me. It's almost like I want to do something about it because things can't go on like this in Hanover Park. My grandson is only 5 years old. Then he tell me, Ma, I can't play outside. Why must I just be inside in the house? What can I tell him? What can I tell him? And from 6 o'clock, then I'm sitting, then I'm stressing. My children is on their way from work. Then I must phone them. Look out, they're shooting there. Don't take taxi. Wait, get a lift time with somebody.
It's like this. If the Americans stay on the left side, the laughing boys stay on the right side, the mongrels is staying on that side. If your child is staying in the area of the laughing boys, your child can't walk in the American territory. Then yes, they label your child as a gangster.
The detective was only once by me. It's going in for 2 years and nothing has been done. His killer's walking free. And now do I feel I'll see the killer.
Sometimes there's no witnesses in cases. Like SAP's one witness in cases. If there's a witness, the witness must give a statement. If there's no witness, it's like there's no case. It's not like before in the earlier years where the detective, he go investigate. His investigation is like a properly thing that is happening now, but everything is going over. It's a money thing that is going. It's like they don't care about our children's life.
The people see what happened,
Yes.
but the people don't want to talk.
They don't want to talk.
If you talk and you go to court, they'll kill you also the
threaten
next
you.
day.
Yeah,
My daughter came from church. My granny was in hospital and I told her, okay, if you're done from church and you go straight to Ma, then you come with them after church and you come with them to your granny at hospital. They shot her. There was witnesses. A mum and a daughter. They were like Muslim people close. And they went and they said, but we saw who shot. No one knew their names or whatever. Then from the same gang that respected my husband came to my husband and said, Mr. Kroy, we just tell you, ask your wife to withdraw the case. Just ask her. Because they planning to kill that mother and daughter. Because the police came to our gang leader and told him that they're going to kill the mother and daughter. Now, I'm not talking on me, whatever. I'm talking about my experience. I'm talking about how my dockets got missing.
If there's a hit on a person, the total of amount is 2,000 rand and 5,000 rand. It's not even a lot of money for a person's life in Hanover Park.
And for a mother
To kill-
mourning her children.
Kill that person. That's why I will never come to terms to the killers of my son.
My dream for Hanover Park is that our people can walk where they can walk and stop being like prisoners in their houses.
My dream is for Hanover Park is to live in harmony. Wherever you walk safely.
My dream is for the whole Western Cape, all over the world, that they come peace and harmony.
My dream for South Africa is to be drug-free, crime-free, and there should be more jobs for the community.
My dream is actually also to uplift our youth. Our youth is our future. And actually, as mums and community workers, to work together for the future of our children.
My dream is never to give up on children, no matter who you are, what you are. It's just the way forward for Hanover Park.